remember when I was a child, and the children's Bible was the first book that I ever read. And I don't know, for some reason, I felt really connected. This Bible was about a 300-page book, and it came with pictures. And for some reason, I felt so intrigued and so mystified and so mesmerized by the stories and the pictures in the Bible. I felt really connected. But I remember at a young age, 5, 6 years old, death was all around me. For some reason, death was all around me, man. It was either a neighbor or an uncle or someone really close to me. People just kept dying. And I remember one of these days after my uncle passed, and I walked outside, and I swear it was like the whole universe stood still. The earth stopped spinning, time stopped going. And it was just like this moment, this I don't want to say euphoria, because I felt sadness, but it was just like this trance that all of a sudden I found myself in. And in this trance, the first question that popped up to me was, where do we go when we die? And I thought, this Bible has the answers. But I was really intrigued by the stories of Christ, and especially when it told me about the crucifixion, because traditionally we say that after Christ was crucified, taken off the cross, put in the tomb, the forces of light and the forces of darkness were fighting for Christ's soul, basically. And if it happened so that the forces of darkness would win, we wouldn't have no resurrection. We wouldn't have this deep following of Christ. Now, of course, the truth is so distorted, because we never got the real teachings. But I remember one thing that one of my brothers said. Shout out to Alpha. He said, even when you're reading distorted truth, if you're supposed to get the right meaning of it, if your super consciousness picks up on it, you will still get it no matter what. And I truly believe in that. I'm like blocked off right now, but this is the best I could do, man. I don't think my face matters for this. But anyhow, if the traditional story is right, or if the more hidden Gnostic story of Christ descending into hell in order to save lost souls regardless, that means, and again, the Gregorian calendar is off, the Julian calendar is off. They're socially accepted and created calendars and time frames in order to keep us in yet another prison of time, right? Because even as Einstein said, time is so relative, and I don't think I gotta go any deeper into that for you to understand what I'm talking about, because time truly is very relative. But it's another prison. It's a mental, psychological prison that they have imposed on us, that there is such a thing as time. So they put us into these time scales. And man, that's another thing, like watches, man, wrist watches. That's the most, oh man. And men are so funny these days, because they think, oh, look, it's such a stylish thing, and now we have watches with diamonds and these things. Can you imagine, man? They programmed us so far that we put like a shackle almost on our wrist with time. Like time is always in our faces. Like, look, bro, you got 5 minutes to watch TV and go get to your meeting to make all these bucks, and then you got like it's a prison system, man. Another prison system is death. You know, they impose this prison of this fear of death. The ancients didn't have such a thing because they knew there was reincarnation. And early, and I don't want to say Christianity, but before Christianity became official, and all over the world, either it was Roman Empire or Byzantine Empire, whatever it was before Constantine himself, everyone knew about reincarnation. Another story of Elijah and Elisha, the prophet Elijah and his student Elisha, and other gospels that we never got, such as in the gospel of Nicodemus. It talks about Elijah being, the reincarnation of Elijah being John the Baptist, the reincarnation of student Elisha being Christ. But anyway, everyone knew about reincarnation, so people weren't afraid to die. And more so, they wanted to clear their karma and work off their karma on this realm in order to ascend, in order to get higher. So they didn't dread death. But yet it's another prison system.